Good day, sir. My name is Sambi Marie Boyser, and I'm going to have my report in your subject, school laws and legislation. So my chosen topic is all about child protection policy, Department of Education child protection policy measures to ensure child safety and well-being in school. So my objectives, first, a definition and scope of child protection policy. Next, state the purpose of the Department of Education to child protection policy and aims to empower teachers as substitute parents and establish zero tolerance for any form of abuse. So, first, let us define what is child protection policy. So, in the section 2, Statement of Policy, with the pursuant to the 1987 Constitution, the state shall defend the right of children to assistance, including proper care and nutrition, and special protection from all forms of neglect, abuse, cruelty, exploitation, and other conditions prejudicial to their development. So it is stated in Article 15, Section 3. So that is the one of the purpose why child protection policy na-implement siya. So next, we have the Constitution further provides that all educational institutions shall inculcate patriotism and nationalism, foster love of humanity, respect for human rights, appreciation of the role of national heroes in the historical development of the country, teach the rights and duties of citizenship, strengthen ethical and spiritual values, develop moral character and personal discipline. It also encouraged critical and creative thinking, broaden scientific and technological knowledge, and promote vocational efficiency. So that is also stated in Article 14, Section 3. So we have here also the Convention on the Rights of the Child, also known as CRC. So it aims to protect children from all forms of physical or mental violence, injury and abuse, neglect or negligent treatment, maltreatment and exploitation, including sexual abuse, and those forms of violence ato na siyang further discussed later on as we go along our topic. So, the same convention establishes the right of the child to education, and with a view to achieving this right progressively and on the basis of equal opportunity, it obliged the government to take measures to encourage regular attendance in school and reduce dropout rates. So this is one of the reason why teachers, so as what I've observed, tungod aning reduced dropout rates or no dropout policy, nga from those elementary level, moabot na lang jud og some, not all, but some of the students moabot og high school, they don't know how to read or they don't have any knowledge. They cannot comprehend. Kung sa ilang gibasa, dili nila masabtan. So, muna, pasa na lang, ato na lang ni teacher ko an, ato ni teacher ko an. Hangtod niabot og high school, dili ka mabasa tungod sa policy nga no dropout. So, thus, it is mandated that all appropriate measures be undertaken to ensure that school discipline is administered in a manner consistent with the child's human dignity and in conformity with the CRC. So, as a teacher, we need to See to it that ang student nga within sa institution or school atong matagaan or maadministeran og mahatagan nato og well-disciplined nga environment. Next, toward this end, the Department of Education, in collaboration with its partners and stakeholders, shall ensure that all schools are conducive to the education of children. So teachers and learning facilitators, especially in learning centers, are their substitute parents. So for as long as maabot na ang students, makasulod na sa gate, so teachers take charge. Atuan na silang obligasyon. So, in this connection, the family code empowers the school, its administrators and teachers, or the individual entity or institution engaged in childcare to exercise the special parental authority and responsibility over the child. So while under the supervision or the instruction or custody. So even if you're only a staff, so you need to see to it that you have a well-disciplined manner, imo silang in return tagaan nimo silang mga constructive nga feedback and regards with the behavior nga ilang gipakita. Next, we have here the DepEd Order number 40, series of 2012. So we have here the definition of terms. This is stated in section 3. So first we have child. So what is a child? So unsa na to pag-identify nga nabilong pa siya sa child? So when we say child, it refers to any person below 18. So from 0 to 17 age, or those over but are unable to fully take care of themselves or protect themselves from abuse, neglect, cruelty, exploitation, or discrimination because of physical or mental disability or condition. So, again, when we say child, are those person nga nag-edad og 0 to 17, and for those more na iyang edad sa 18 or 18 up, but then he is not able to protect himself because of her disabilities. So, nabilong sila sa child. Next, we have here child in school. So, when we say child in school, those are a bona fide pupils or learners or students who are enrolled basic education system. It could be regular, irregular, transferee, or repeater. So, including also those who have been temporary out of school, who are school or learning-centered premises, as long as it participate in the school-sanctioned activities. So, that is children in school. Nabilong na siya sa letter B. Next. Excuse me. Bear with me today. I have cough and also dili good akong condition. Okay, next. We have child protection. Okay, child protection refers to the program services, procedures, and structures that are intended to prevent and respond to abuse, neglect, exploitation, discrimination, and violence. So from the word itself, protection, so it is different programs that will protect the children. So example to this is the VAUSI. So we're very familiar with this, the Violence Against Women and Children. It is stated at Republic Act 9262. So, and also with the Child Protection Act, that is stated in Republic Act number 7610. So those are some examples of programs that will protect the welfare of our children. Next, we have here child abuse. So as defined in the Republic Act 7610, refers to maltreatment of child, whether habitual or not. So here are the following, which is may include the child abuse. We have psychological or physical abuse. So neglect, cruelty, sexual abuse, and emotional maltreatment. So when we say psychological, it can affect the mental health of the child. And also, when we say physical abuse, kanang dapata na nanay mga pasa-pasa, ma-undergo na og mga wounds. So those are some example of physical abuse. Next, example or the followings nga ma-include nato sa child abuse, any act by deeds or words with day basis, degrades, or demeans the intrinsic worth and dignity of child as human being. So teachers, we should atong bantayan ato ang mga gipang storya nila kay kita teachers dili sa tanang panahon dili okay atong mind or dili ta sa puton, so natin mga mood swings. So atong bantayan nga dili ta maka-degrade og bata nga maka-affect sa ilang worth and dignity kay they're very sensitive. Storyahan lang mo sila gamay, so they feel disappointed, then mawala na po na sila og respeto nato as a teachers. Next, unreasonably deprivation of the child's basic needs for survival, such as food and shelter. So this is also for teachers and parents. So as a teacher, kung uban nga teacher, especially in elementary and secondary, nga muskwela in taon ilang bata o advisors, always gini nga, if muskwela ang bata, ikaw ang first person nga na-assigned anak nila. So, in every morning first subject, mangutana gyud og nakapamahaw na bang tanan. Way back, naka-experience ko as an advisor in a private school, sa nag-private pa ko. So, always ko mag-ask kay possible nga nung makuyapan ang bata, wala nakapamahaw. So, as a teacher, when walay pamahaw, nga nung walay pamahaw sa yun na sa school, walay pagkaon sa ila. So, take charge teachers. Unsay buhaton? Tagaan og pamahaw. So, that is the rule of a teacher. Kay we are the parents, the second parents Manila. So, that is why, dili lang kay parents nila, pwede sad kita teacher mo take part ana. Kay not all the time, okay po na apoy problem ang ilahang family. So, dili ganahan ang bata sa ilang balay, so ari sa school na lang siya, kay malingaw pa siya as well as maka-learn siya. So, take charge ni teacher. Patagaan na to, sustentahan na tong mga bata for their welfare. Next, we have failure to immediate give medical treatment to an injured child, resulting in serious impairment of his or her growth and development or in the child's permanent incapacity or death. So, if it happened, teacher, nga, for example, especially ug naay school-related activities, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and then naay wand. Then si teacher wala na-neglect niya ang students. Na busy si teacher. Wala niya natagaan og panahon ang student na sama di ay, na piang di ay, nabali ang kamot. So wala nadali og treatment, walay medical treatment. So unsay nahitabo? Nahimong result siya og impairment or nahangtod na gid nga dili na jud makalihok yang kamot. So kinsa may ma-question ana? Si teacher. Kay nga naman, that is school-related activities. So si teacher ang manubag ana. It is also stated in Section 3, Republic Act 76 and 10. So that is under child abuse. Next, child exploitation. So when we say child exploitation, it refers to the use of children for someone else's advantage. So, magamiton ang bata para sa advantage sa teacher, advantage sa parents, or kinsa pa na ang mga adult. Then, gratification or profit often resulting in an unjust, cruel, and harmful treatment of child. These activities disrupt the child's normal physical or mental health, education, moral or social emotional development. It covers situation or manipulation, misuse, abuse, victimization, oppression, or ill treatment. So, example to this, child exploitation kanang kanunay na mabalitaan sa mga national TV nga news, which is the sexual trafficking, prostitutions. So, di ba, na ay mga parents nga ilang bata is atong pa i-engage nila og ingana nga mga butang, which is especially kanang mga underage. Oh, maabilang sila sa child. So, and other else, the pornography and the forced labor. So, muna sila yung mga example of child exploitation. So, child exploitation has two forms. So, we have first sexual exploitation and economic exploitation. So, first, we're going to tackle first sexual exploitation. So, it refers to the abuse of possession of vulnerability, differential power, or trust for sexual purposes. So, klaro na, di ba? Sexual. From the word sexual, it undergoes sexual activities. So, just like an example, it is includes in, just like sa akong state kanina, prostitutions, traffickings. So, muna sila. Or being subjected to a threat, deception, coercion, of force, abuse of authority. So, muna kanang pugso na to ang bata nga mo, buhat og sexual nga activities. So, dili na siya pwede. Next, we have the economic exploitation. Refers to use of the child in work or other activities for the benefit of others. So, economic exploitations involve certain gain or profit through the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. That is include but is not limited to illegal child labor. So that is defined by the Republic Act 9231. So some of the parents na ba or uban nga mga bata ilan ang patrabahoon nga below 18 pa. Or else maunay gihimo nila nga breadwinner. So hunahunaan na nga og nak-undergo mo gingana nga mga buhat, sexual exploitation, economic exploitation, na gyud mo'y panagutan sa panagutan nga balaod. Next, we have violence against children committed in school. So, it refers to a single act or a series of acts committed by school administrators. Listen, administrators, academic and non-academic personnel against a child. So, mga head teachers, principals, teachers, any staffs, non-teaching staffs, also dapat dili maka-violate against children. So, which result in or likely to result in physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering or other abuses, including threats or such acts, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty. Okay. Again, teachers, administrators, and other personnel, dapat bantay ta sa tuang words and actions para dili ta maka-violate sa rights sa children. So, it includes, but it is not limited to the following acts. Okay, first, we have physical violence. When we say physical violence, it refers to the act that inflict bodily or physical harm. Kanang dapatan. Teachers, bawal na ang kusion, hapakon, or even na lang dyan ipinch. Kanang nanaon lang ni mga bata. Bawal na, especially ug munaan ay mabilin nga or matatakal na nag-single nga agis kuko. Pwede na gid na makasuhan. So, it includes assigning children to perform tasks which are hazardous to their physical well-being. So, dili na ta pataka-taka og himo. Or especially kaning mag-performance task ta. Madramahon na to. Dapat ang atong performance task is within sa school. Nga babantayan na to. Kay some of them, especially high school, magdrama. Padramahon mo abot sila adto kay mag-shooting daw adto na mag-video sila tong dapita without knowing in that place di ay it can cause harm to them. Na moabot na ditong kalabungan na yuhas adto napaakan ang bata. Ngano napaakan ang bata? Maghimog video kinsay unsa nga subject mauni, kinsay teacher mauni. So kinsay alkanse si teacher gihapon. So that includes physical violence. Next, we have sexual violence. It refers to an act that is sexual in nature. It includes but are not limited to rape, sexual harassment, acts of lasciviousness, making, demeaning on sexual suggestive remarks, physical attacking, and sexual parts of the victim's body. So I saw a documentation in a national TV about a sexual violence that si teacher nakaangay ni student. And then, si student is minor pa, nabilong pa sa child. And then, ang teacher is a gay. So, sa iyang gibuhat, ni-do siya og sexual engagement with that students nga naka-affect sa iyang physical and mental nga health. Okay, next. Forcing the child to watch obscene publications and indecent shows or forcing the child to do indecent sexual acts and or to engage or be involved in the creation or distribution of such film, indecent publication or materials. So, napuiban na teachers, dili lang jud, not all, but some, nga api mo tan-aw siya og mga X-rated with the student. Imagine, with the student. And also, i-force niya. Tanong taging ani para po ng student makabuo sila og sexual intercourse. So that is not good. Next, act causing or attempting to cause the child to engage in any sexual activity by force, threat or of force, physical or other harm or coercion, or through inducive gift or behaviors, or I mean favors. So for example, to this, mayroon si teacher, tagaan ka na ko grado, tagaan ka grado nga dako, exempted ka sa test, well, dili ka mo performance task, basta undergo ta ingani. So teacher, especially high school nga naanay cellphone ang student, watch your words. Watch your deeds. Pwede ka makuha video, ma-post sa social media. Si teacher na pod ang matagaan og bad nga image. Next, psychological violence refers to acts or omissions causing or likely to cause mental or emotional sufferings of the child, such as but not limited to intimidation, harassment, stalking, damage to property, public ridicule or humiliation, deduction or threat of deduction from grade or merit as a form of punishment and repeated verbal abuse. Remember, teachers, to always watch your words when you're talking. If you think nga nasuko ka na nga bata, give way sa. Dili sa, mas good tingali og dili sa siya nimo istoryahon. Then, wait kag pila ka hours or days ba, nga mag okay na ka, usa nimo siya istoryahon. Kay possible og nakasala ng bata, nakastorya ng bata nimo, tas mo storya po ka nasuko ka, baka storya kag bati niya. So, unsay mahitabo? Especially makapamalikas ka. So, psychological na. For example, badlong na ning bata ka patyon or yana, may nga nagadig patyon, that is a threat. So, mura maka-damage na sa mental health sa bata. Lo, patyon na ba ko ni mama? Ala na, patyon ko ni ma'am or ni sir. So, unsa ni buhaton niya? Diba? So, it can cause emotional sufferings of the child. Especially repeated verbal abuse. Di ka kamao, buko jud ka, bisag unsaon jud ka na, bugo jud ka. So, that one. Verbal abuse, which is repeated again and again. Dili lang ikaw, so na teacher maupod, so na teacher maupod. That can affect the psychological mind or the mental health of the child. So, that is a violence. Next, bullying. Bullying nowadays is so wide. So, children, students, aware sila sa bullying. But then, napag-uban nga, kibaw sila nga, bullying na, ila pag yung buhaton. So, what is a bullying? So, bullying or peer abuse, it refers to a willful aggressive behavior that is directed. So, direct ni mo siya bully towards a particular victim who may be outnumbered. For example, group of kanang kasagaran nga mga bugoy-bugoy. Tas na ay nerd adto nga bright. Ila nang ibully kasagaran. Himuoy ko og activity, himuoy ko projects. So, usa po nakabully. Then, younger, weak, with disability, less confident, or other vulnerable na pwede nila ibully. So, more particularly, bullying is committed when a student commits an act of a series of acts directed towards another student. Or a series of single acts directed towards several students in school setting. Or a place of learning which result in physical and mental abuse, harassment, intimidation, or humiliation. Such act may consist of any one or more of the following. So we have here first, threats to inflict a wrong upon the person, honor or property of the person or on his or her family. And stalking or constantly following or pursuing a person in his or her daily activities with unwanted and obsessive attention. Kana magsunod-sunod. Sige sunod-sunod. Nya ang bai, for example, na boy nakaangay sa girl. Sige sunod-sunod. Unya di ganahan si girl. So musumbong na si girl, ma'am, si kuan nga na. So naapil na siya sa bullying. Next, taking of property. Common gini sa excuse me. Common ni siya sa student. Sa unsa man nga pamaagi. Manguhag cellphone, manguhag kwarta, manguhag papel, manguhag notebook, taguan ang bag, taguan ang books, any material nga nabilong sa kabata, tes taguan nila. That is taking of property or kawaton. Bullying gihapon na. Then public humiliation or public and malicious imputation of a crime or of a vice or defect, whether real or imaginary, or any act, omission, condition, status, or circumstances tending to cause dishonor, discreted to expose a person to contempt. Kanang magpakauwaw ka sa bata or magpakauwaw siya, yung pakawawan iyang classmate in public. So that is bullying. Next, we have the deliberate destruction of defacement of or damage to the child's property. Gubon ang mga activities or gisiyon ang mga performance task, mga ingana na naagya po na yung mahitabo nga sa mga bata nga magiaway. Di og di magpakopya, gisiyon ang notebook, gisiyon ang papel, damage to child's property. That is appeal sa bullying. Next, physical violence committed upon a student, which may or may not result to harm or injury, with or without the aid of a weapon. So, physical violence lang gyapon na. As such, may be in form of mauling, hitting, punching, kicking, throwing things of the student, pinching, spanking, or other similar acts. Now, even if imuha na siyang itod, for example, yung itod, wala siya gas-gas, wala siya mga bruises. But then, katong pagtod nimo, that is physical violence na. Even if imo siyang hapakon, hinay, hapakon siya mo, pero wala siya bruises, appeal gyapon as physical violence, and that is bullying. Next, we have demanding or requiring sexual or monetary favors, or exacting money or property from a pupil or student. Mo demand si teacher og mga malicious nga things, mo undergo sexual related intercourse. Then monetary favors, ay, and mag-amo tayong mag-amo ta palit og lipstick nako. Maayo ba na? So teachers, dapat transparent ang ato ang mga monetary nga expenses. Then, also, dili ta sigig pangayo, especially related og money. Kay init na kayo. About if we're talking about money and students. Kay ug naglisod si teacher, mas naglisod silang students. Okay, next. Restraining the liberty and freedom of a pupil or student. Imahang pugngan ang gusto untang buhaton sa bata. Next. We have cyberbullying. So, cyberbullying, it is also a one-of-a-kind bullying. But then, the difference to this, it is an act, conduct defined in the preceding paragraphs as a resulting in harassment, intimidation, or humiliation through electronic means. And or other technologies such as but not limited to texting, email, instant messaging, chatting, internet, social network, websites, or other platforms or formats. So, cyberbullying. Always ni mahitabo sa high school. Muchat, mag-away, natinga nga nag-away. Nga nanay naghilak. Tuan na, nag-chat na day. Ingon si Kuan, uyab daw mo, nag-date mo adto ana. Nya na problema ang bata. Kay what if mabasahan sa parent ang conversation? Kay mabasahan, makasukan ni parent. Hadlok na. That is cyberbullying. Then, mag-post ka, mag-post sa Facebook, i-mention ang name. So that is cyberbullying. Mo direct kag message niya using technology. Mo threat ka niya, pakawawa ni mo siya. That is cyberbullying. Next, corporal punishment. It refers to a kind of punishment or penalty imposed for an alleged or actual offense which is carried out or inflicted for the purpose of discipline, training, or controlled by a teacher, school administrator, an adult, or any other child who has been given or has assumed authority or responsibility for punishment or discipline. It includes physical, humiliating, or degrading punishment, including but not limited to the following. So, corporal punishment. Kasagaran og muhataw og corporal punishment si teacher or administrators. So, mani ang mga example sa corporal punishment. Blows such as but not limited to beating, kicking, hitting, slapping, or lashing of any parts of child's body with or without the use of any instrument, such as but not limited to a cane, broom, stick, whip, or belt. Bisan unsa pay sala ni student teacher, nabuak pa ng vase sa room teacher, nabuak ang windows or jealousies, dili gyud na nato sila dapat bunalan or even dapatan. Kaya that is a corporal punishment. Striking of a child's face or head, kani mo anawag ulo back, or paruhan ni mga batas imong kalagot. That is corporal punishment. Next, we have also this one. Pulling hair, shaking, twisting joints, cutting or piercing skin, o mao gini common sa una. Kaning piercing skin, kani manguse. Dragging, pushing, or throwing of a child. Forcing a child to perform physically painful or damaging acts such as but not limited to holding a weight or weights for an extended period and kneeling on stones, salt, pebbles, or other objects. So, teachers, dili na ni siya allowed. Especially kung naisala ang bata, tagaan nato siya sa atong mga ato siyang taga-panesyan siya basta align sa atong school policies and guidelines. Diba? Naman tayo school DepEd policies and also napod tayo mga internal na nga mga policies sa school. So, bawal na gini. Like, uban gani nga, ibuwad sa init, sa una, ibuwad sa init basta malate. Napoy uban, pa-sit on the aeron, plus napay notebook or libro sa kamot. Maog yun na sa una. Karon wala na. Kay si teacher, pwede makasuhan. That is a corporal violence. And also deprivation of child's physical needs as a form of punishment. Then also tying up a child. Dili ko makalimot when we were grade 2. When I was grade 2, na may teacher nga, among advisor gito, nga, pabasahon mi. Og dili ka basa, akong mga classmate, kami tanan may siradaan pod sa room. Tas dugay mi paulion. So even if honors, baka mao ka mo basa or sa dili, magpatas mong tanan dugay mo paulion. So mao tong alas 5-han, alas 5:30 o alas 6, dugay mi paulion. So radaan mi sa room og di ka basa. Next, we have confinement, imprisonment, or depriving the liberty of a child. So, og sa panahon dayto karon pwede na si teacher makasuhan, questionable itong gibuhat sa among teacher sa una. O yung ato yung gibuhat. So, when we say deliberate exposure, that is for fire, ice, water, smoke, sunlight, rain, pepper, alcohol, so may expose ka ng buhat kag init, paasuhan ka, or force a child to swallow substance, dangerous chemicals, di ka kasabot naon, imo siyang yabaan ba na diha og mag-science experiment mo towards imong kasapot na yabaan siya nimo something chemical ana. And other materials that can cause discomfort or threaten the child's health, safety, and sense of security, such as but limited to bleach or insecticide, excrement, or urine. So, sa una kay, naa pa man dyan may ani, kasukan, ibad sa init, kaning ani. Pero karon wala na yun. Next, appeal pod ang verbal abuse or assault, including intimidation or threat of bodily harm, swearing or cursing, ridiculing, or degrading the child. O, naadjud po ni. Even karon, naadjud gapoy teachers nga, pamalikason ang bata. Ikaw ha, palikas, kuan ra ba ka, balikas. Naagya po na ron. But, I don't know. Naghuwat lang tingali i-report. Next. Forcing a child to wear a sign, to undress or disrobe, or to put on anything that will make a child look or feel foolish, which belittles or humiliates the child in front of others. Kanang himuan nimo katawan-anan ng bata. Himuha siyang pasuuton og katawan-anan sa atubangan sa kadaghanan. Dili siya pwede. Permanent confiscation personal property of pupils, students, or learners, except when such pieces of property pose a danger to the child or the others. Okay. Example. Kining mag-confiscate og ano mitong mag-discuss si teacher tas nagduwa ang student og ML. So, ikaw teacher, maglagot ka kay muna nabaya nimong tudlo niya siya nag-ML na tas di pa gyud makamao. Kasi baton, i-confiscate ang phone. Tas wala na siya agreement, even internal agreement lang sa within the school, wala. So, teacher gyapon ang daot ana. Di ba? Luoy kaayo. Dapat di ay ato yung in constructive manner, tagana to siya feedback nga makaanghel. So, dapat usunod, dili na ka maging ani, kay ngani. So, not all the time ra ba ang bata maminaw, hard-headed ra ba jud sila. So, but then, ikaw teacher, dili ka pwede ditso confiscate ana. Especially personal property na sa bata. Pero, if ang bata magdag kutsilyo, nga gamay, pwede na nimo ba confiscate. Nga naman, it can cause danger to the other child. So, pwede na nimo confiscate, kadili na nimo mauli. Pero when we say cellphone gani, iuli gyud na nimo at the end of the day. Kaya ikaw may ma-question gyapon nana. Next, we have here positive and non-violent discipline of children. So, mao ni atong buhaton. Positive, non-violent discipline of children. So, as a way of thinking and holistic, constructive and proactive approach to teaching that helps children develop appropriate thinking and behavior in the short and long term and fosters self-discipline. So it means it is based on the fundamental principle that children are full human being with basic human rights. So dapat dili nato matumban maligsan ang right of the children. Then positive discipline begins with the setting the long-term goals or impact that teachers want to have on their students' adult lives. And using everyday situation and challenges as opportunities to teach lifelong skills and values to students. So, sa sugod pa lang sa klase, di mag-set na magitag rules, teachers, including students and the parents. So, ato na gyud silang fully aware sa rules sa school. So, dinha nga dapit, imuha dyan na siyang i-properly disseminate. So, for as long as pamasabtan sa bata, ug unsay dapat niyang buhaton or dili. Next, so the Department of Education recognizes the harmful impact of bullying on students and their education. So, bullying can affect a student's mental health, academic performance, and even their physical safety. They have implemented policies and programs to prevent address bullying in schools, including the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013 and the Child Protection Policy. Nag-uban yun na silang duha. So, DepEd encourages parents and teachers to report incidents and creates a safe and supportive environment for students. They aim to educate students about the negative effects of bullying and promote positive behavior through programs such as counseling, values education, and anti-bullying campaign. Next, here is my insight. So the Department of Education aimed at ensuring the safety and well-being of students in school. Marigyan na focus in DepEd. So this policy is designed to create a safe and supportive environment for children, free from abuse, exploitation, violence, and discrimination. So by establishing clear guidelines, creating support system, and fostering a culture of protection and respect, DepEd ensures that schools are safe spaces where children can learn, grow, and thrive free from harm. In addition, the Department of Education recognized the harmful effect of bullying and has implemented policies like the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013 to prevent bullying in school. It encourages reporting incidents and creating a supportive environment for students. Programs are used to educate students on the negative impact of bullying and promote positive behavior. So the child protection policy provides guidelines to ensure student safety and protect them from abuse, with rules for reporting and responding to incidents outlined for school officials, teachers, staff, and students. So here are my references. So here are my references. And thank you for listening. Thank you and God bless everyone.